We've got some breaking news coming from Volato. We're going to talk about how they're staying on the HondaJet platform and what they see the future of the platform coming. So I have Matt here. Matt is the CEO of Volato. Matt, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Matt, so the HondaJet has been in the news a lot recently, announcing the Elite 2, and then recently has come under some scrutiny from some of its owners. So wanted to get your perspective as a leader in this space, somebody who operates a lot of the airplanes and aircraft. What's your perspective of the airframe right now and the company as a whole?
Well, I think the HondaJet's a great platform, and you saw when they announced the Elite 2 at NBAA that they've again improved the performance and the capability of the plane. And it's really amazing how much they've improved in just a few short years with that platform. So we're really excited to be partnered with a company like Honda that has that mindset of continuous improvement on their product. And I think you might have seen in our announcement today that they're taking feedback from us and even using our feedback to make changes to their aircraft. So we're very excited about being able to work with someone who's always willing to innovate.
Tell us about some of those improvements and some of those recommendations that you've made to the manufacturer. How are you helping them evolve their platform to become a better fractional or charter operated aircraft? What are some of the things that you've asked for them to take a look at and maybe improve?
Well, clearly the big improvements that impact us the most that came in the Elite 2 and previously with the Elite S was the additional usable weight. So the S increased the usable weight, and then with the Elite 2, they increased it again, as well as increasing the fuel capacity. So what does that translate to? It just allows us to do more missions nonstop. And for a lot of people, the ability to avoid fuel stops is very important to them. As far as the cabin improvements, they have two cabin layouts. They have a 4-seat with a galley option, or they have, instead of the galley, a 5th side seat. And in our fleet, we have both types of cabin configurations. And we provided a lot of feedback to them on how to improve the galley configuration specifically. And while it's been a little slow, more than a year in the making, we now get to see the first production versions that will be coming in late 23 that have those galley improvements. And I think our customers are really going to enjoy that.
So how many HondaJets are you currently operating, and what does the next few years look like for you as you continue to expand in the platform?
So we have 11 HondaJets in our fleet today, and this is actually going to be a very busy month for us because we're going to close the year with having 17 HondaJets in the fleet. So quite a change in a very short amount of time. And then, of course, this announcement of the additional 25 that we've ordered from Honda is going to start next year. So we are definitely growing out to be a large operator. We do expect to be the largest HondaJet operator, but also we think we're going to be one of the top operators of light jets. And we think that the HondaJet offers a really economical platform and a very comfortable platform for 4 passengers or fewer. And I think that when you look at the data, at least the data that we see says 70% of all private aviation missions are actually 4 passengers or fewer. So we feel like we're going after the largest part of the market.
So what do you say to some of the criticism that there's some maintenance issues with the HondaJet? What have you experienced as a fractional operator? What's your experience been like in your current fleet and the response that you've had from the OEM?
Well, when we first made our orders with HondaJet years ago, they were very transparent with us about what the scheduled maintenance looked like for their jet. And it is less than what you would see from other light jets. So I think there is a fair criticism that the scheduled maintenance program for Honda is not as good as it is with other more mature platforms. But again, they were transparent about that, and they explained to us that as their platform matures, that they will make changes to their scheduled maintenance as well. And as we understand it, sometime in 2023, they'll be actually making some adjustments to that. So we've sort of known what it was day one, and it has met with the expectations that they've set. So, from my perspective, sure, it could be better, and sure, it is different than other jets, but it's not unexpected.
So you guys have had a lot of announcements this year, expanding into new product lines. You started out only as a fractional, recently have taken on full aircraft ownership. What do you think about expanding into different areas of the market? How do you identify that area that you want to go into? How do you plan for it? And then how do you execute on it?
Sure. Well, I mean, I think that from the public's perspective, sometimes it can seem like we have a lot of these announcements and they don't necessarily see how they all fit together. But of course, we've planned all these things out well in advance, and it is part of a larger plan. So, for example, we announced earlier in this year a fleet order with Gulfstream for the G280s. And not a lot of people were expecting that because we were a light jet operator. But earlier in the year, we had announced that we had acquired a management company in Houston. And a lot of people wanted to sort of understand where that was. But one of the key things that we got from that acquisition was the ability to operate larger aircraft, because they had a certificate that was capable of 30 passenger jets and a lot of the infrastructure that we needed. So all of these announcements are part of a larger plan that all fits together. Our primary business is the fractional ownership. The jet cards that we announce bring demand to our flying, which is important to our fractional owners, because one of the unique aspects of our program is that we offer a revenue share to all of our owners. And so whenever the plane is available for additional demand, whether that be charter or jet card, we seek to keep the plane working. And as we have these other demand products that we can put on it, that increases the number of revenue hours that we have in our fleet. And of course, it increases the revenue hours that we share with our customers.
Very cool. Well, Matt, thank you so much for coming on. If somebody wants to find out more about Volato, where can they find out more?
Well, of course, we're on social media like everybody else. Our website, flyvolato.com. And you're welcome to give us a call. People are standing by to tell you about what we do and convince you that you should join us in our efforts of revolutionizing light jet travel.
Matt, thanks so much, and congratulations on the aircraft order and the next time that you have one, which I'm sure, based on your track record of announcements of new products, is not going to be far around the corner.
All right. Thank you very much. You have a good day.
Awesome. Thanks, Matt. All right. We will be right back on Business Air TV.